everybody. My name is Jonlanis, Mayersette. I'm from the year 2047, and I'm a musical time traveler sent back in time to save music history right here at Kava Bar Island Route here. In the future, there is 900 Kava Bars up and down the east and west coast, and this is where it all began.
The original.
Excuse me, sir, will you please be quiet?
No, not while there's a microphone over here.
Anyway, what a lot of you don't realize is that music history is constantly changing over time. And some of the songs that you grew up with and some of the songs that you know and some of the lyrics that you know might actually not be the songs and the lyrics that you know. Because when you signed up for Amazon Prime and things like Best Buy and Spotify, in the fine print and the terms and agreements, that 290-page sheet, what's in there is you approve time travel, and that's very unacceptable. But what I really am here to talk about is the fact that North Korea killed Tom Petty with a nuclear missile strike a few years back. And the liberal media in California has been trying to hide these things. And over there in North Korea, what they're doing, their minister of propaganda has made a series of songs to make fun of America. And this is what they're playing on the radio right now in North Korea. She's a North Korean girl. She doesn't have the internet. She's a North Korean girl. What is Wi-Fi? And America really sucks. It is really stupid. And one day we're gonna destroy them. Here's what I have to say. Kim Jong-1 plus Kim Jong-2 equals Kim Jong-3. North Korea rules. She's my North Korean girl. Not a lot of time, so I have to get through this set as quickly as possible because I have another jump to make. And when you make as many jumps as I have, you kind of lose track of where you're at in time and history. We sent over 100 people back to try to stop the Beatles from breaking up. And no matter how many times, will you please cool it? And no matter how many times you send someone back to try to stop the Beatles from breaking up, they still break up. It's like the end of the world. It's like the earth going into the sun. It is a very unfortunate series of events. And Paul McCartney was more of a mustard guy. And if you're familiar with the record Abbey Road, there's a song on there called Me, Mr. Mustard, okay? Are you familiar with this song, everybody?
Yeah.
Well, John Lennon was more of a Ketchup guy, okay? And that song used to be called Kool, Kaptain, Ketchup, and it was my job to make sure the Beatles didn't break up that day and Abbey Road would get released. And here's the original lyrics to that song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kool, Kaptain, Ketchup, he's a cool guy. He lives in a bottle underwater. Paul McCartney really sucks. Mustard is better than ketchup. Not. Hold on, start it over. That's not how that goes. Kool, Kaptain, Ketchup, he's a cool guy. He lives in a bottle underwater. Paul McCartney's got room to improve. Ketchup is better than mustard. Everybody needs to be cool like Captain Ketchup. Paul McCartney sucks. Paul McCartney sucks. Have you been to Beverage Farms? Anyway, so what we need to focus on here, everybody, I'm sorry to interrupt the applause, but we have to really move forward. So I spent a lot of time. I spent 3 years teaching the third grade. Back in time in 1952, I was sent back there to witness a spelling bee where a young Aretha. Oh, you cool it, man. Will you please just cool it? You just talk and play the drums the whole time, and it's kind of absurd. I've been paying you in computer chips and some future
Not
credit.
enough.
So, look, anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about because my brain is such a spiral at this point. So, back to the story. I spent 3 years of my life teaching Aretha Franklin spelling as her second grade teacher, and I hope in your timeline you have the song Respect still. I really hope that you do, because she spelled it R-E-S-P-K. And I said, oh no, Aretha, I'm here to help. My name's Jonlanis Morrisette, and I'm a time traveler from the year 2047. And there is a temporal time war going on between Amazon Prime, Best Buy, and Spotify. And apparently me and this drummer here. What is your name, sir? Who cares? Moving on. So, what I'd like to tell you this is that I was made in a laboratory using a pubic hair that belonged to Alanis Morrisette that they found from her left bra. It was an aerial pubic hair. And they've combined that with a pile of urine, a bag of urine that has been frozen in a police lab that had correlations to a case that involved underage children down in Florida when he lived in Gainesville at some point, which Tom Petty happened to live there. So what you all need to realize is that there was a record at one point and it was called Jagged Little Pill, okay? Are you familiar with this record? Now, unfortunately, you're probably familiar with the current version of this record, but you see, the only way to get distribution back then was you had to cater to Best Buy. You had to change your lyrics to have your CD in the store. And if the song You Live, You Learn, if you were to go to Best Buy right now and purchase that CD, this is what is on the CD. Work at Best Buy selling electronics for your living room. Pretty cool. And I got a pretty sick deal on 4K TVs too. Have you tried one? So come on down. We got Predator on DVD. It's pretty cool. Do you need a refrigerator? And if you wanna buy some stuff, you gotta wait in line. And this is how it goes, oh no. You buy stuff and you get points. You buy more stuff and you get more points. And then you go onto the computer and then you look at your points. And then you print out the paper. And then you go down to the Geek Squad with your points. And then there's an argument and you can't use your points. Samsung, Blu-ray, Nintendo Switch, this song. Hey, hey. Whoa, wow. Dyson fans. Anyway, I'm sorry I have to go very shortly. There's not a lot of time. I know that Buddy Holly from Weezer was a good song too, and now it's about Star Wars, and I look a little bit like J.J. Abrams and a lot like Michael Moore, and is now the lyrics to that song, and we've just got to move on. So John Mayer here. A lot of you are familiar with the work of John Mayer. He's a classic singer-songwriter throughout history and time. I believe he's some sort of robot now or whatever. He's dated every single female celebrity on the planet. But what you need to know is for his song to be released and his music to be released, he had to make some compromises. Now, compromises in music is always unfortunate to an artist's credibility. And they said that your song about Mexican food on your second record that featured Bigger Than My Body and Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, Heavier Things, he said that that album, or the leader of Best Buy or whatever he fucking is in whatever time period he exists in, we've been trying to get him for days. They've even matched Amazon prices. This is unbelievable. The world 2019 appears to be. However, John Mayer was a big Mexican food fan. And on that, this is not a comedy show, sir. This is a serious, serious time and matter in our hands, and I have to leave immediately after this. And my disguise better hold up. Now here we go. This is my final song here. John Mayer's biggest song off that record was about Mexican food. And this song, the studio said, we will never release any record with a song like this because, sorry, I'm mesmerized by how this man is packing his cigarettes. Moving on. The song about Mexican food did not have enough mass appeal. To be a successful artist in this time period, you have to have mass appeal and you have to have a body of work that's all candy and robots or whatever you're into these days. But they changed his lyrics to daughters and it's a terrible song. It makes me disgusting. And here's the original version of that song, and I will end on this note. Provided there's no comedy drumming anymore from this strange individual. What was your name again, sir? Moving on. Once there was a chip, it was delicious, I put it in dip, and I've done all I can, sitting here at Babcock Publix with a house avocado in my hand. So salsa be good to your nachos, tacos will love like you do. Avocados become a guacos that you put on your tacos. So salsa, good to quesadillas. Thank you, I've been Jonlanis, Mayersette. Thank you for having us. I mean, basically me, but this person or whoever your name is, I forgot.